Good morning. Today is Saturday, March 11th. It is Christy's birthday. She's 36 years old today. I started with Jimmy letting you know a little bit about my children's birth, and today on the celebration of Christy's birth, I'll let you know a little bit about her birthday, the day she was born. Christy was due on March 2nd, and obviously she was 9 days late. Jimmy was the only one that was fairly on time. He was due on the 3rd, and he came on the 6th. So Danny was like almost a month late. I don't know why, for some reason, I just thought that Christy was going to go farther into the month. I really wasn't thinking that I was late. But I had gained so much weight with Jimmy, or not with Jimmy, with Danny, and I had lost some weight that I was determined I wasn't going to gain weight with Christy. So I only gained 11 pounds with Christy, and Christy weighed 9.6. So I came home from the hospital less weight. That was pretty good. And well, back then you stayed in the hospital for 5 days. So much better back then. Now you're just in and out. It's like a 24-hour service, in and out, you know, like a hamburger place. But I never had labor pains with Jimmy. I had told you my water broke at 3. I went to the hospital at 7, and then they put me to sleep. Not like a horse, putting like a horse to sleep, but you know, they sedated me because I have had convulsions. And then Jimmy was born at 6:35, and I didn't have any labor pains. Then I had lost one, and I had no pain with that one either. And then Danny was a month late, and I had to induce him. But we'll hear about Danny next month. This is all about Christy today. And so Mary at the time was living with me, and I had like set up like a bungalow, and so she just stayed in the upper part of the house. But I had woke up in the morning just feeling crampy, not pains, just crampy. And she said that, I think you're in labor. And I go, oh no. And she says, well, you know, you're 9 days late. And I go, I'm fine, I'm fine. So she called Jim. And Jim says, tell her to go to the hospital. I'm going to leave work now, because Jim never made it for any of the births. So he says, I'm going to leave work now, and I'm going to go, and I'll meet you at the hospital. So Jimmy was already in school, and so was Danny. They already had left for school, and they were going to be there till 3 o'clock anyhow. And so Mary says, we're going to the hospital. The most they can tell you is you're not in labor. And I said, fine. You know, if it'll make you happy, we'll go. So we got to the hospital, and back then you didn't have to check in like an admitting. You just went right to the floor. So I went right up to the maternity ward, and I told them, you know, I'm having a baby. And they go, yeah, most people don't walk right up here, so I don't think you're really having a baby right now. But we'll check you out. So then they put me in a room, and they check me out, and they go, oh my gosh, you're having this baby. And I was having the worst pain in my life. It was the only labor pain I've ever had. And oh my gosh, I had to buckle down because it hurt so bad. And they wheeled me across the hall, and Christy was born. I got to the hospital about 9:35, and to the maternity ward. I was up in the maternity ward at 9:35, and at 9:43, hello world, Christy appeared. So, and Jim was there. It was the only birth he made. He did make it to that, but back then the fathers couldn't go in the room with you, so he had to wait. But he was there he was in the hospital. He was on the floor and everything when Christy was born. So we're gonna have a turkey dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, because I'm thankful that I have her. She is my best friend in the whole universe, and you know, all my kids are my friends, but Christy's the one I confide in the most. But I think that's what you do with daughters, mother-daughters, father-sons. I don't know. I know that Christy and I are very close, but. So I'm going to continue on with my day. We'll see how I do at the Weight Watchers meeting. So Christy spent the night last night because we've lost a lot of power in the Detroit area, and Christy was one of the ones that lost power. So the whole Mitchell family was here with me, so even the dog. And so I have to get her up so we can go. So happy birthday to my Christy. Okay.
Hi, April.
Hey April, how you doing?
I lost 2.8.
I don't know how.
I don't know how either.
She came home last night. Christy has no power.
I came back to my mom's house at 11:30 with Taco Bell.
And she ate that. I went out for fish and chips dinner, and I gained 0.1. And I ate at 7 o'clock. She ate at midnight almost. Not fair. Denise lost 1.6. and Mary was going to another meeting. But today's Christy's birthday! Yay! I remember it so well. Is it 9:43 yet? We have to
no.
look at the time. Because I always call her at 9:43, but I'll be with her today.
It's 9:35. I still have 8
I was on my
minutes.
way to the hospital. I was just getting to the hospital. I left at 9:30. We were like 7 minutes from the hospital. Mary made me go. I just thought it was a cramp. And I told the nurse, this is the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. It was my third child, my first labor pain. And pop comes Christy, 9:43. She was there. All right, we gotta go. Well, the turkey's in the oven. The cake is all made and frosted. Tables are all set. I've got my laundry going. Now it's time to eat. Tea and water, berries. I know it's a lot of fruit. I gotta get out of this habit, I know. My cheese and my egg, my banana. I started my day with a prayer. I've drank 48 ounces of water so far. With all my running around in here, I've got 7,100 steps so far. And my quote is, bad habits are like a comfortable bed. Easy to get into, but hard to get out of. So I have 38 smart points. My breakfast is 2 points for the egg, 3 points for my toast, 2 points for my butter. It's a teaspoon of butter. Ounce of cheese is 4. My berries, grapefruit, banana, tea and water is 0. 11 points. I have 27 points left for dinner. Not going to be enough going into my weeklies, but I'm not going to feel guilty. Okay, it's time to eat.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's here
Stick my butt.
except for Aaron.
Hey, stick my butt.
Not even going to guess. Too many points. Wouldn't you agree, Mary?
I would agree 100%.
You have to sing. You're not having cake.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday, dear Christy.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
I blew one out and you blew one out.
Yay!
Well, everyone's gone home. I'm tired. Dinner was delicious, way over points. I didn't even figure out how many points. It was a lot. So today will be my eating day, not tomorrow. I'm not vlogging tomorrow, but I will see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.